Back at 7:43.
You can reduce your debt up to 60%.
Debt settlement companies promise to negotiate with your creditors to get them to settle for a fraction of what you actually owe. We took a look at one such company and at the experience of some of its clients. Credit Solutions says it generated 11 settlement offers for the Wilsons. The Wilsons acknowledge the company did get them some settlement offers, but say they couldn't afford most of them.
We work with each client to develop a savings plan where they put aside money each month. We provided NBC with a fact sheet about what we had done for the Wilsons. We had 80 documented communications with them. We also deferred our fees even when they didn't make the payments they had committed to the creditors.
They'd paid Credit Solutions upfront fees of $6,000.
The term upfront fee or advance fee is inaccurate. Once our customers are enrolled, they are enrolled on a pay-as-you-go basis. Customers never make upfront payments to Credit Solutions. We begin on day one with the debt settlement process, and we do support the customer throughout the lifetime of the program. Any payments made to Credit Solutions are strictly based on these efforts.
The company disputes its F grade and says that most BBB complaints have been resolved.
Of all of the customers that we have, we've had so few BBB complaints, and of those complaints, we only have 6 that are currently unresolved, and those are strictly because we cannot get those customers back on the phone or locate them to try to resolve those complaints for them.
An undercover investigator for the Government Accountability Office recently called Credit Solutions and heard this.
100% of the clients who have been successful have stopped paying their bills.
The business practices that are prevalent within the debt settlement industry are abusive, deceptive, and unfair to most consumers.
My sense is that a lot of folks do not know that Consumer Credit Counseling Services, or CCCS, are in fact funded in large part by credit card companies, issuers, or collectors. Is it important? I do think it's important, largely because you have to wonder, the person that is working for you, are they only working for you? Debt settlement companies are only paid by the debtor. That is the only person that they are paid by, and as a result, that's their only client. But if you are in a CCCS program, you certainly pay a nominal fee month to month, but the majority of the funding for your provider comes from the party that you're negotiating against. So I do think to some extent there can be conflicts of interest.
A debt settlement industry trade association blames a few bad apples.
There have been a couple bad actors that unfortunately have been allowed to taint the entire industry. That's unfortunate. The vast majority of debt settlement companies provide very valuable services to consumers.
We are the company helping to lead the way in the movement for regulation at the state level, including things like licensing, bonding, and insurance, codes of ethics. You'd think a reporter would be interested in that.
Former employees of the company, which is now headquartered in this building in Dallas, tell NBC News that though it's a legitimate company that does settle some debts, its business model depends on misleading customers. They say the company is designed to profit from the desperation of customers rather than to help them. In one testimonial on the company website, a woman named Rose says she gave Credit Solutions a try after seeing a positive report right here on the Today Show.
So I watched that piece on the Today Show and I sat down and listened.
One problem, we could find no record of the Today Show airing a report recommending Credit Solutions.
I guess as fate would have it, I'm watching the Today Show and I saw the commercial. It wasn't a commercial. It was a story, a piece that they were doing on Credit Solutions. I had no idea these companies even existed. I guess maybe you even, you know, if the commercials are out there, you tune them out. It didn't apply to me. So I watched that piece on the Today Show, and I sat down and listened and thought, well, this isn't a commercial. If they're doing this piece on financing and on, you know, debt consolidation, it must be worth checking into.
Jean, good morning.
Good morning.
A lot of great questions from viewers, so let's get right to them. This first one from Debbie in Willard, Missouri asks, we owe around $18,000 in credit card debt, and the minimum payments are now up to $750 a month, and the interest rates are climbing. We are trying to figure out the best way of getting out of debt without filing for bankruptcy. We found a site called creditsolutions.com, and I wanted to know how you felt about them.
We asked the company months ago to put us in touch with a few satisfied customers. Besides Rose, they did not.
Now, we did identify a number of customers, but all of them were very nervous about speaking on camera to a national TV show about their experience with debt. Now, most of them were embarrassed about their situation, even if they've gotten out of debt. And they didn't really trust the reporter, and honestly, can you blame them? We do have a number of customers on our website, but NBC did not want to air any of them.
Unfortunately, the Wilsons have now filed for bankruptcy.
Bankruptcy is a viable consumer debt relief measure. I certainly hate to see people end up there, but for some that is the right option. The other two options are consumer credit counseling or debt management programs. Those are right for some people, and some folks do find some value in that. And then finally, what we do, debt settlement. Ultimately, what USOBA and TASC, what most of us are advocating for in this industry, is to ensure that consumers have all three options on the table.
Overall, across the board with Credit Solutions, their customer service and their customer public relations is extremely good.
It's very good.
Very good.
Very good.
Getting that $40,000 balance paid off at a very, very low rate I started sleeping after that.
Anyone who's looking to find debt relief, I would recommend call Credit Solutions. I actually always do recommend that people call Credit Solutions because it changed my life, so I would recommend that.
I remember speaking with Credit Solutions when they called me saying someone had an offer for me, and when they told me the percentage of the amount, I mean, I did cheer on the phone. I was like, yeah, all right.
Credit Solutions helped us through one of the most difficult times in our lives, and come out on the other end feeling much better about ourselves financially, but feeling better about ourselves also because we did it. Yes, we had help, but we did it.